Well, y'all know it's Tay Cuts coming in with some air, breaking the beard cycle today. Yeah, your beard looking all patchy and flaky and thin. Hey man, it's the beard product. Unthinkable beard line. Hey, my boy Sam, come on, let's show 'em how we do the beard. Yeah, get your beard up.
The Georgia Bureau of Investigation says Sabrina was shot and killed by her husband, Volanta Walker, outside a home on Little Brook Way Saturday night. When police arrived, they say Walker had a gun.
For around 16 years, 56-year-old Sabrina Willis was a business owner who was living out her dreams and her passion. She was the founder and owner of the Groomsmen of Atlanta, a business that she built out of hard work and determination. Over the course of time, she would change the name of her business. However, the atmosphere always stayed the same, and everyone enjoyed coming to get their hair done. As most people know, when you go to a beauty shop or a barber shop, it's a full experience. It's about more than just getting your hair done. It's a place where you can come together and fellowship, talk about life, and so many other things. And Sabrina's shop provided all of that and some. Her shop has truly been a staple in the community, whether it's from her giving back, helping others, or hosting events. And for those reasons, her business continued to flourish. Even though she had been in her location a long time, on October 5th, 2025, Sabrina was having a new grand opening after revamping the Groomsmen of Atlanta. But sadly, the night before her celebration and what would have also been her 56th birthday, she would tragically lose her life in her own home after a disagreement turned fatal. Those who knew Sabrina well would say she was a woman who left a lasting impression on anyone she met. She had a smile that could light up any room and a heart that was always open, and strength that carried her through life's hardest moments. She was passionate about her family, deeply devoted to her kids, and fiercely committed to building something on her own that reflected her values and vision. Many people who worked for her had the same goal of wanting to help others in the community, and they would open the shop doors to do that as well. One barber by the name of Volanta Walker appeared to be a breath of fresh air and appeared to have strong goals, just like Sabrina. Not only did he cut hair, but he also started a podcast a few years back with a friend to encourage and motivate others.
But hey, check this out though, man. I thank y'all for tuning in to Mind Motivation. Continue to let's grow together, man. Let's build together. Let's put everything in perspective together so we can create brand new things every day. A new life, a new job, whatever you put your mind to, we're going to create it, man. We're going to believe it. We're going to manifest. We're going to be grateful for it. We're going to show that gratitude every day. You know, man, we just thank y'all for tuning in, man. Like, it's Coach on Tay Day, and we love y'all. Peace out. Peace.
Volante will also decide to dive into the hair product business, creating a product for men for their beards called the Unthinkable Beard line, where you can get beard balms, shampoos, conditioners, and oils. But his grind didn't stop there, and he would start selling Vital Health, a holistic herbal product that many people use in their everyday life to help restore balance, energy, and vitality from the inside out. He would also use the shop to host what he called Self-Care Sundays, and that's where different people came in and spoke about different things in regards to health. From the outside looking in, he appeared to be motivated, kind, hardworking, and a good man all around. But as we all know, looks can be deceiving. At some point in 2023 going forward, Volante and Sabrina would start a relationship and also tied the knot less than a year ago. However, if you looked at both of their social medias, you wouldn't even think they knew each other. And besides the two having rings on, you wouldn't even think that they were married. See, there may be a reason behind that. Not only was she his boss, but Volante had did 13 years in jail previously for a terrible crime. Now it's unclear if she even knew about his past, because some men do talk about what they went through, but he appears to show no signs that he was ever locked up. According to the court documents many years ago, the evidence would show that Volante and the victim had a relationship for several years and had a child together. The report would further explain that after the victim attempted to end her romantic relationship, he would harm her by hitting her, biting her, and then said he would take her life. A week after a second incident of physical harm took place, Volante came to the victim's home and began banging on the window and door. The victim allowed him to come into her house. According to the victim's testimony, Volante took her upstairs, pushed her to the floor, punched her, and hit her in the face with a telephone. He threw her on the bed and said that since she was having sex with someone else, then he was going to have sex with her too. She would tell him no, but Volanta unbuttoned her pants and forced himself inside of her. Before leaving the victim's house, he would tell her he would take her life if she spoke to any authorities. After he left, the victim, however, did call her mom and police. She was taken to a hospital where she was examined. The doctor who examined the victim testified that she had a bloodied eye, bruises under her eye, and a swollen nose with lacerations to her neck. He would do a woman's exam that would take smears and swabs of the victim, and they were later tested by the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, revealing the presence of semen and DNA that belonged to Volanta. In the end, he would be tried before a jury, which found him guilty of the charges. The trial court imposed a 20-year sentence, ordering Volanta to serve 13 years in confinement and 7 years on probation. And the verdict was reached and decided on December 2nd, 2004. So after doing his time and getting out, it looked like he was headed in the right direction until he wasn't. Authorities would get called out to the home that Volanta shared with Sabrina on October 5th, 2025, located on 7082 Little Brook Way, just before 9 p.m. According to the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, the Douglasville police will respond to a DV call, and when they got to the home, they would find 56-year-old Sabrina Willis lying in the yard with an unknown injury and a man standing close by. Law officials would confront the man later identified as 51-year-old Volanta Walker, who was armed with a handgun, and when they gave him a command to drop it, he refused to obey. He was said to have pointed the handgun towards police, and that is when they shot him. As the investigation progressed, it was learned that the couple were arguing inside the home before Volanta chased Sabrina outside, where he shot her. Sadly, Sabrina did not survive her injuries, and Volanta is said to be in the hospital on life support. This all took place just hours before the grand opening of her salon, and on the same day would have been her 56th birthday. As hard as it was to do, her daughters decided to still have the grand opening and celebrate all of the hard work she had did for all those years and her birthday.
Now, despite what happened last night, they decided not to cancel the event. They say they want to keep her business running to honor their mother.
This was something she was really looking forward to.
Less than 24 hours after their mother was Sabrina Willis's daughters held a grand opening of her salon, the Groomsmen of Atlanta barbershop.
My mama put her blood, sweat, and tears into this business.
Friends and loyal customers coming out to show their support for the business and her daughters.
She was a loving person. She showed up for other people, so they're going to show up for her.
This was such a senseless crime that should have never taken place, and what Volanta did is unexcusable. Some people want to place blame. However, he is the one who chased her outside, and he is the one who already did time in jail for harming another woman before. And we can now say it was unfortunate that he was ever let out of jail. I don't care what smile he put on, how much he danced, and how much he made someone laugh. He took it upon himself to play God, and he took a life that should still be here. To think that so many now have to remember every anniversary of her shop as the day she lost her life, and every birthday as the day she lost her life. And it is truly upsetting and should have never happened. It is her family's wishes that the shop continues on, and I hope that it does for many years and decades to come. My thoughts and prayers truly go out to all involved and everybody that had to experience such a tragedy. Let me know your thoughts. Also, don't forget to comment your prayers for this family in their difficult time, and hit that like button and share to make your people aware. And as always, remember to stay woke, because things change quickly.